Hi, welcome back to BuonaPappa. Today we're going to talk together about a very interesting topic. How much salt should I give to my baby? That's a very common question that I receive on my blog, and the reply is very simple. Before 1 year, you should not add any added salt into your baby food. But which are the reasons behind this big no to added salt? First of all, your baby's body needs a tiny amount of salt in order to properly function. And this tiny amount, it's already inside the breast milk, the baby formula, and the healthy organic food that you're going to give him. Naturally in there, so you do not need to add any more. The second reason is that if you're giving to your baby too much salt, added salt, you're going to hurt him. Try to imagine what happens when you eat something. The food gets into the body. The body naturally takes all the good nutrients from the food in order to well function. Whatever is left over that is not wanted from the body goes through the blood in our amazing recycling factory that are our kidneys. And the kidneys, they clean the blood from all the leftovers in order to give to our body a nice and clean blood back. But the kidneys, in order to do that, they need to work very, very hard. So they need to be very strong and very mature. Baby kidneys, they are not fully developed, they are very fragile and very delicate. Giving to your baby too much salt will only hurt the kidneys. They will overwork, and in the long term, they will be very weakened, and in the worst scenario, it will bring to kidney failure and even brain damage. Another reason why not to give added salt to your baby is that babies, they do not know the meaning of salt. So if you do not know something, you do not desire something. That means that the healthy and nutritious baby food that you're going to give to your baby, for them, it's full of flavors. Babies, they have a very delicate palate. So even an applesauce, for them, it's loaded with juicy flavors, and it's more than enough. You do not need to add any extra added flavor, added salt into your baby food. The natural flavors will be nice and very satisfying for your little ones. Let's go to numbers. How much salt does a baby really need on a daily basis? So, to recap, from 0 to 6 months, your breast milk or your baby formula will have the right amount of sodium needed by a baby. From 6 to 12 months, when you're going to introduce solid foods, the natural salt already contained in fruit, vegetables will be more than enough for your baby, and the total will be nothing more than 1 gram every single day. From 12 months up until more or less 2 years, 2 grams every single day, it's the max amount suggested for a toddler. My personal suggestion is to keep the quantity of salt at minimum for the rest of their lives. The natural taste of food, organic and seasonal, is more than enough to give nice, good flavors to the food. That being said, what if your baby wants to try just a teaspoon of the nice appealing meal that you prepare for the rest of the family? It happens very often that your baby is on the high chair next to everybody else, and she sees everybody else eating something different from her baby food, and she just wants to try what you're enjoying. My personal suggestion is that 1 tiny teaspoon, half a teaspoon of your meal will not hurt your baby, and it will be nice and satisfying for her to try something different too. There are so many ways to make your baby food flavorful without using added salt. You can start even from 6 months to insert spices and herbs in your baby food, and they will give that extra touch of flavor that I'm sure your baby will appreciate. You can use basil, parsley, thyme, oregano, mint, rosemary, dill. There are only a few of the herbs that you can use. Of course, just a tiny amount, just a pinch will be more than enough. Talking about spices, what about paprika, cumin, cinnamon, garlic, ginger, turmeric, coriander, nutmeg, curry? As always, just a tiny pinch. In addition to that, being an Italian mom, what about a tiny teaspoon of grated Parmesan cheese? Parmesan cheese, it's aged. It means that the lactose amount is reduced to minimum, so it's perfect for babies starting from 6 months. But not only, it's loaded with flavor. It will give that extra punch of saltiness that your baby will love. As mentioned, there are so many ways that you can make your kids' food very flavorful. And you do not want your kids to develop a salty taste because they will keep it for the rest of their life. I really hope this video was helpful. Please leave me your comments and questions in the area below, and we're going to see each other next week with another recipe from BuonaPappa. And as always, buona pappa a tutti. Ciao, ciao, ciao!